Hello everybody. So after the punch and the gun, in this video we will see how a simple sword animation would look like. So let me show you the first one. So this is a very simple sword animation. Let's stop it and let's come to the first frame. So in the first frame, this is basically our idle pose. So our idle pose with a sword in hand. Now we also have to change the mode of our character. So when our character is holding a sword, we have to show this sprite. And when our character is basically idle with no weapons, so that will be the different pose. So this is something we have to do in our game engine. However, for our sword animation, this is how the first frame would look like, and also the fifth frame. Now, in the second frame, our character will take the sword above his head. This is a pose that we generally do when swinging our sword. Like most of us have never done it, I'm sure of that. But yeah, this is how we imagine doing it. So we are taking our sword above and we are basically slicing. And this frame 3 and 4 is basically a repeat. And when we play it together, it will be a very simple sword animation like this. Now, the second one is also very similar. Now here there is some sort of a motion blur effect. So our character is holding the sword. He is taking the sword above, and now he is swinging the sword, and we are kind of seeing three swords at a time. So this is how we expect. And in the fourth frame, we are removing the extra swords. Our sword is now in front, and we are once again in the idle pose. So very simple motion blur. Now I will show you a better one, and that is our sword trick. So this is something that we generally see in games. So our character is once again in the idle pose. He's taking the sword above and he's swinging the sword, and we have a, a something like a C like effect. Uh, Not a C, like a half C or a half moon or whatever you can say like that. So this is something that we see in many RPG games, and this is what it is looking like. Now, moving forward, I will show a motion blur effect of the sword 3. And I have done that in a different canvas because it requires an extra frame. And adding it here, it will kind of mess up the frames over here. Now, if I play this one, it looks a little bit different. It has a motion blur effect. So let's see frame by frame. So the first frame is again the idle pose, and so is the sixth frame. Then in the second frame, we are taking our sword up. We are swinging the sword in the third frame. And now we have this. So we will randomly wipe out some pixels so that it kind of makes some sense, as well as it's a little bit random. So little bit ordered and little bit random. We have the idea that it is having some kind of a C-like effect, but it is also blurring out. We will have lesser pixels in the fifth frame, and then we will again be in the idle pose. So it is little bit slower because of an extra frame, but it is more accurate in a way. Yeah, but in our games, I generally prefer this one only. I don't really prefer the motion blur. This one is more simple and yeah, I think this is better. But yeah, you can also use the motion blur one. Now moving forward, here we are only swinging our sword in one direction. But generally in an RPG game, we have multiple swings. So I will show you another swing, and then we will see a combo also of both the swings. So let's stop it and let's go to the next canvas. And here you can see the canvas size is little bit bigger because it is required. So I have made a black sword, something like Mihawk from One Piece, a black blade. And this is basically what we have seen with a white blade. And if I just open the sword too, this is the other swing. So once again, let's see frame by frame. First and fifth frame is idle pose. And here, instead of taking our sword up, like in the sword 3, in the sword 2, we are kind of moving our sword in front of us. I mean, you can imagine how we are holding the sword, and then we are swinging it like this. Then this one is a repeat, and the fifth one is the idle pose again. The short one is actually the same with the white sword, so it is nothing different. I have not made a motion blur for the short 2, like short 2 in this canvas, because anyway, I don't want to use it. But yeah, yeah, you get the idea from this one, how to do that one. Yeah. It will be some cool kind of an effect. But yeah, now let's see how we can combine these two things. So first we will do this swing, and then we will do this swing. So in our game, when we press the key Let's say once we have this swing, and when we are repeatedly pressing it, let's say we will have first this swing and then this swing. So how that kind of an animation would look like, let's see in the next canvas. And here also the canvas size is the same as the last one. And why the canvas is bigger is because of this, because this swing, it requires some extra pixels. And so we had to extend the canvas size. Now we have to be very particular about the canvas size because when we are importing these things in our game engine, if our sprites are not aligned, it may start throwing lots of issues with various things. So it's better to keep them aligned. Now, yeah, I know there are ways to fix these things if our sprites are not aligned. But yeah, why misalign our sprites from the start anyway? That is what I think. So, so what we will do is we will most of the sprites we will leave some blank space, and that is not a problem. Like in our game engine, when we add collisions and other things, we can just leave out the blank space. That is not really a problem, but it will give us a lot less headache. That is what I think. Okay, now enough talking. Now let's see how the combo looks like. So first swing, then the second swing, and this is how it looks like when we will play in our game. Now, I have not really implemented it in our game because I want to do more experiment. Yeah, some tweaking, some things here and there. Maybe we can also add some sort of an effect. Yeah, but I generally like the one color better because anyway, this is a very low pixel. This is 16x16. There is not much details. So I think keeping things simple would be better. But yeah, I want to add few more swings and maybe few more weapons also. And then we will see. And anyway, so in our game, we were both punching as well as shooting. But generally, we should be doing only one. And we may have to change our mode. We have to take our, like, those are all game mechanics things. We have to take care of that. But yeah, maybe once I figure those things out, then we will add the short and other things. So yeah, so that's it for this video, folks. And I will see you soon with another very interesting video. So see ya.